Hello. I see. So I had somebody here. They left. Where'd they go? It's dark in here. Jimmy Z. Hey there. First one. Yep. You know, it's strange. It doesn't show I have any there. Now it comes back up to 1. I was like, I had somebody and then it went to 0, and it doesn't always match up with how many people. Hey, D. Lovely to see you too. How was everybody's new year? I guess I should ask how many people stayed up until midnight and how many did not? I did not make it up till midnight. I think I was home by 10, and I don't know what time I went to bed, but I did not make it up until midnight, and I was up. Hey, Isha Walker. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was up at 6:30 the next morning meditating, and I was like, I am not going to mess up my schedule just to stay up till midnight. So I wanted to get back on track as soon as possible. So what did everybody do? Go out with friends, stay home. I went to a New Year's Eve party and stuck my foot in my mouth with the one person that I managed to talk to. Good so far. With family. E-Shell, as far as I know, this is your first live, isn't it? But you respond to my community posts all the time. Unless you have changed your name and you used to be somebody else. Correct me if I'm wrong. You stayed up. So I stayed. Okay, so it keeps like switching back and forth. Yes, I do. It's me. Okay. I was just checking. I used to have a Nikki Walker that joined us, and she must have. Well, hi, Casey. Happy New Year. It has been a very high energy week. Even though I was off Tuesday and Wednesday, it's been a very busy week, and a lot of, I'm going to say, magical things have happened this week since I started bringing in the archangels. Remember last Sunday, Angela, hey, Angela, hey, yeah. Does anybody remember last Sunday? And I don't remember who said it. Somebody made a comment about wanting to be a death doula, wanting to learn how to be a death doula. Does anybody remember that conversation? I had never heard that phrase ever until last Sunday. And then someone started following me on Instagram today who is a death doula, and I'm like, okay, there must be like a message there. And Angela Dawn is that person. She lives here in Indianapolis with me, and we spent a good hour and a half on the phone today. So yes, when I say there has been a lot of magical things that have happened this week, let me see where I can start. So Monday was the day that I studied Archangel Ariel, and she is the one that brings in people that go, like, that help you on your path or whatever. So I had someone that came into the basket shop that I had met a couple of months ago. She does not live here in Indianapolis. She lives in Virginia Beach, and she actually works for oh gosh, Edgar Cayce Institute. Does anybody know who Edgar Cayce is? I'm like, they call him the sleeping prophet. Hello, Cinda B17. I recognize that name. I think I remember seeing a message that I had you as a new subscriber. Welcome. So I have a contact at the Edgar Cayce Institute now, and she's in charge of events and stuff. So I was like, hello, do you have anybody in Indianapolis? Do you need a speaker in Indianapolis? So she, thank you. So she said she gave my information to some of the people at the main office. I have no idea if anything. Spiritualist K777, welcome. Man, we got some new people tonight. Awesome. It's a new year. We got some new people. I'm already starting to get my energy back. I'm like, I have been on the go since I woke up this morning because I worked the last 3 days. I worked the next 3 days, and I have been going nonstop all day long. So at first I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to last tonight, but I'm going to go until I run out. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't have anything yet, but would that not be the coolest thing, is to like do some sort of a speaking engagement? I don't know. Anyway, that would be like one of my dreams come true, I think, is to just get what I do out to more people. So anyhow, let's see, what else? I've called in all the angels. I asked for the Archangel of Time Management, and found a gal that does podcasts. So I've been listening to her. So it's just been a really cool week, and some interesting things have happened. And then meeting Angela today was even another one of those synchronistic things. So after I had the conversation that went down in fire, those of you who were here last week know what I'm talking about. Ever since that whole thing happened, it like released the energy of my floodgates of energy, and I welcomed in, yes, time management. That is Shamuel, I think, Archangel Shamuel. And he or she, I can't remember if it's a he or she now, can speed up time or slow down time. Like if you're running behind and you need more time, or speed up time if you want to get something through and over and done with. Shamuel. And then I have to tell you this was so funny. Some crazy stuff was happening at the shop, and I said to one of the girls, I'm like, man, it is so weird around here lately. And I went over and I got a drink off. I have my glass over on the shelf, and I went and got a drink, and I set my glass down, and there's this happy holidays went off. And I was like, did you hear that? And the girl that I was talking to did not hear happy holidays. And I was like, where did that come from? And I seriously thought I was like losing my mind there for a second, because I could not figure out what made that noise. And I'm like banging on the shelf trying to make this go off again. And I'm like going, there was a bunch of Christmas cards we had taken down. Maybe it was a Christmas card that, had like some of the Christmas cards have sound or something, and it was coming out of that. And I was banging on the box where the Christmas cards were. Nothing was coming out of there. And then all of a sudden I'm like moving stuff around, and there was a little elf, like a toy elf. And every time you like set it down, it said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever. And all these different voices. And I was like, oh my God, thank God I found that, because I seriously thought that like somebody was starting to play tricks on me, because that was like flipping me out. So at least I found like physical evidence that I was not losing my mind. But that was funny there for a second, because I didn't know we had little elves that spoke, and it was underneath a coat. So it was pretty funny, but I was like, God. And it was right after I said, things are so weird around here. It was like the timing of that. It was like, I still think somebody might have been playing tricks on me because I had never heard that thing before. I'd never seen that thing before. I've been working in that shop for the last 3 months. Didn't know we had elves that made noises. So, anywho, all right. Let's see. I got some more different cards out today. So, let me think. Where do I want to start? I want to start with the universe has your back for some reason. We have a full moon eclipse coming on December 10th, or not December. I'm like, sorry, we're in January. So that's 5 days. What's that? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Friday we have a full moon. Yes, exactly. So let's say, hey Chantel, just type in the word universe. Let's just start there. Type in the word universe, and let's pull a card from the universe has your back. And that was part of the conversation I had with Angela today, that I feel like since I let go of that whole thing, a week and a half ago, and literally like surrendered to the universe to let the universe take care of things however it was going to be, I feel so much peace that I haven't felt in a long time. And I'm like, God, why the heck did I not do this sooner? For one, now it's like after the hell is over, and I feel so much better. Why did I not do that sooner? So, I don't know. If you got something you need to do it and get it over with. I'm telling you, it made all the difference in the world. All right, let's see, Chantel. Let's see what the universe has to say about, we'll just say like this is partly a message for next week. And then I'll pull cards for like what we're going to have coming at us from the full moon on Friday. All right, this is for Chantel. These cards are hard to shuffle for some reason. Partly because my hands are dry. Sorry, I don't mean to lick my fingers, but they're dry. And they're not shuffling very good. All right, Chantel. This one's going to be, there's 2 there. No, there's way more than, there's like 5 there. We don't need that many. Oh, well, I'm going to take the top one. Okay, this is for Chantel. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. Let's see who's next. That's Chantel's. This is for High Priestess or D. Let's see what the universe has to say for you. Take that one. This is for D, High Priestess. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. And Ishel, you are next. Let's see what the universe's message for you is. Too many. Well, I will know better not to use these during a live because these are really, really hard to shuffle. They're like matte and they're not slick at all. So now I know. All right, this is Ishel. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Gemini moons. Let's see what the universe has to say for you. Whoa. Knocking everything off. All right, this is for Gemini moons. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. That's the second one that's come up. So that may be a theme. They seem to repeat the same things over and over and over again. Sometimes for the same people and sometimes for the collective. All right, so that was Gemini Moons. Okay, this is Spiritualist K777. I am the dreamer of my dream. I guess I could show you these. All right, Spiritualist 777. Jameezy, you're next. Gosh, see, and it's not like one card flies. It's like 10 like fly out of the deck at the same time. So these will be going back in the drawer. Live and learn. Although I did start, these are Gabby Bernstein's cards. I did start her book, Super Attractor. So, very good book so far. I haven't gotten very far, but I like what she's saying. And she's talking about what I was just saying, how I have released everything. I meditate in the morning. I let the universe tell me what to do. Am I working on anything specific this day, or do I get to relax and just enjoy my day? And I like how that is working. The stress level is way down. All right, Jameezy, this one's going to be for you. Oh, there it is. And this is the third time it's come out. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. All right, guys, that's the third time that has come out. That's like weird. You're watching me shuffle these, right? So that is obviously the theme for tonight's broadcast. See what triggers you. And that's where below that is what needs to be healed. So if somebody's making you mad because you think they're this, that, or the other, you're going to have to take a look at that and see what it is about that is affecting you and why. Oh, I forgot to see who's next. Angela. We'll take the bottom one there. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Okay, that was for Angela. Yes, yes, yes. Good for me. Good for you. Timing, you still had lessons to learn. Evening all. Hey, Renata. Long time no see. Matt cards clumped together. Yes, I totally agree. Cinda, let's get one for you. All right, let's see. Yeah, if I could get one to fly out, it would be okay, but like 5 fly out. So there's one. Cinda, this is for you. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Okay, Pierrette. Hello, Pierrette. All right, let's get you one. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. That's Pierrette. My project is tentatively scheduled for January 10th. Oh, that's the full moon. Wow, I'm focusing on it going great, manifesting in abundance. I think I cried Archangel Shamuel. That speeded it up. Yeah, that resonates, and I've been telling everyone that. Good. I've been doing that and meditating. Thank you, universe. All right, Renata, let's get you one of these. Thinking I got 3 decks of cards out. Where did my other one go? 3 decks of new cards out. Oh, there it is. Okay. Renata. I choose love no matter what. I did, Cinda. Okay. I think I got it. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody on that round? I'm putting these cards back in the drawer. I don't like these. Now I know why I don't use them very often. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to see what's going to happen on that full moon. So let me think here. I've got one deck here. Let me look through these and see. Yeah, I think this will be, I think me, but I can be wrong. I did do you. But I can do you again. I thought I did you, but I'll do you again because I could be wrong. I get sidetracked sometimes when I'm doing these. So you had a card, but you might have a delay. Oh, okay. I'll do another one just in case. And I might not have been clear for who it was for. So when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. That's Cinda's first or second or whatever that one is. So, okay. I'm going to have you guys just type in the words full moon. And I'm going to do, these are angel something or other cards. And this will be kind of like a theme, your theme for the full moon and some of that eclipse energy, because I think it happens at the same time, if I remember correctly, it's the January 10th. There's a whole lot of stuff coming. Everybody keeps talking about how bad January 10th is January is supposed to be, but for me so far, it's not. So I'm so far happy about how January has started out, but that might be because I cleared out the crap that I needed to in 2019, and now I just like feel a heck of a lot better. So, all right, full moon. Let's see what's going on. All right, Gemini moons, you're first. So this is your theme for the full moon eclipse. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We are governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. That's what they say about angels and archangels. They're there waiting for you, but they will not step in unless it's like a dire situation, like you're in a car accident or something. My understanding is they will not mess with your free will. So if you need help with something, you have got to ask them and be sure and say thank you. So I took a break today because I was starting to get really overwhelmed by all the archangels and what they did, and there's some overlap and everything. And so I thought I'm going to give myself a couple days break, and then I'll go back in and start looking at that again. So, because I had them all doing something for me, and I was like, oh yeah, I need that, and I need that, and I need that. All right, that was Gemini moons. Okay, Jameezy, this one is yours. This is your theme for the full moon. Well, we'll take that one. Let your past go. Now I know why I don't use these very often, because the contrast is kind of hard. And it makes me look like I can't read. The burden of carrying. Yes, the burden of carrying your past around has made you weary. Dear one, it's time to let this burden down. I'm sorry, I really can't read, but this is so hard. I mean, if you can you like see, like the contrast is so light, it's like really hard to read, and it's just dark enough in here, it's hard. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Oh, God. Now I know why these cards have been in the drawer and I haven't had them out. All of them aren't like that. The contrast is not that bad on all of them. And I really like the messages that are on them. They're just really stinking hard to see. Too small, and they should have done like white on black or something. Whoever was in charge of that did not do a very good job, in my opinion. Okay, that was Jameezy. High Priestess, let's see what your full moon message is. Okay, see, this one's so much better. It's like orange on coral. All right. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify. It says cleanse and detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. Remind me to pull a card for myself at the end of this. I forgot the last time. All right, Renata, this one is yours. Let's see what they say for the full moon energies for you. Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. I have decided that my purpose is just to be happy. And my happiness will radiate out and make other people happy. All right, that was Renata. So let's do Eshel. Let's see what your full moon message is. You got two. All right, I'm going to read them both. Assertiveness. This situation can be healed gently and with love as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. All right, that sounds very serious. Child, you care deeply about children, and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, attention, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and open your schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. That sounds like Archangel Shamuel stuff. Time management. All right, Angela, let's see what you've got coming up for the full moon. Oh, that was quick. Go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path as it will take you very far indeed. And meditate. It doesn't say that on the card, but we talked about that earlier. Pierrette, let's see what your message for the full moon eclipse is. Oh, you got to go for it too. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path as it will take you very far indeed. All right, that was Pierrette. Eclipse energy is strong and lasts longer, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons it's been so strong, because we had that eclipse in December. That's what, wasn't it like the 26th? And then we've got more eclipse. Like one was a solar eclipse and one was a lunar eclipse. So it's a lot of energy, but I'm taking it as good energy. All right, this is Chantel. Yes, they will only help when asked. And I am asking. All right, Chantel. Let's see what they say. Yeah, I think I heard today that the eclipse energy lasts for like the next 6 months. All right, Chantel, this is what this one says. Entrepreneur. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. My ego does not like me using these cards because it makes me feel stupid because I can't read them. Makes me feel old and stupid. And I'm not, I know. They only help. Okay, I understood that. Good. All right, I agree. Cool and thank you. That makes sense. Good. All right. Hey, Laura. Full moon. All right, let's see what Laura's card says. Laura's card says Cupid. All righty. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening, allowing yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Okay, that was Laura H. We're all good. What's up? How was your New Year's? Well, that's good. Ha ha ha. Angela Dawn, powerful message. Ishel, my nieces and nephews. I'm assuming the first card is for my living situation. I'm the innocent one. I found a business card that said meditate after we hung up. I'm like, you know what? I need to start teaching that. I have a meditation on that I did. I don't know if you guys know this or whether I've talked about it. I haven't talked about it that much. Casey I sent it to Casey and I sent it to a handful of people and had a handful of people look at it or listen to it. It's a meditation I did after I did one of my BQH sessions, and it's like takes you into the healing pool, and the only thing that needs to be changed, and if there's anybody on here that knows how to do this, speak up. I need like a bigger pause in between where I say, and I'll be back in a little bit and kind of let you walk around in this cave. Well, I don't pause it long enough, and I need to have a bigger pause in between. And someone said I needed to have like some music in the background, but I don't know how to add music either. So there's stuff that I need to do to tweak it, but I personally don't know how to do it, and I just have not taken the time to figure it out because that's not my area of expertise. 6 eclipses. Oh boy. Hey, Positive for Life. All right, let's get your full moon card. Yours, we got 2 relationship cards. Yours says relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. Okay, I like that message a lot. Positive for Life, High Priestess, it resonated. Okay, so far so good. Oh, that was a wonderful experience when you told us about it. Yes, my BQH. I'm like ready to have another one done on me. Those are so fun. And we have a gal local, Angela, when I connected with your other name on Instagram earlier, you know, Job, Christina, Job. So she's the one that does my BQ8 sessions on me. Do you know what I'm talking about? You're very welcome, Laura. All right, I'm going to pull one for me. So let's see what's going on for me on Friday. Got to let your past go. All right. The burden of Carting your past around has made you weary. Boy, ain't that the truth. Yeah, that's who our connection is. Keep calm and keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Good. I let that past go a week and a half ago. The ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. This is talking about getting into the ocean, but notice I was just talking about the healing pool that was in my BQH session. So something about water is healing, because in that BQH, like, I can't remember if I don't know if I made up the pool or if I've lost track whether I made that up or whether that was actually, I went into that. I know I went into a crystal cave. I don't even remember now, like what I did in the BQH and then what I did afterwards. But I have used that crystal cave, like the youthing pool, several times on people when I've done quantum healing sessions on them. And it has been very miraculous. All right. Let's see. Gone by. Oh, I did also. The full moon is this Friday. Yes, the 10th. BQH. Yes. And the colors you wear are very aquatic. Yes. My blue and my aqua and my ocean seafoam greeny stuff. I thought about rearranging my furniture last week, but if I do that, then I'm going to have to move this or figure out, I don't know. I still like that in the background. My big hand there when I do my sessions and stuff. So, all right. I think I got it. Did I miss anybody? I have 12 people on here, so I think I got a couple of new people, but did I get everybody for the full moon card? If not, speak now. I'm getting ready to move on to the next set. Someone throw up some questions for me to ask. I like when you guys come up with questions because sometimes I can't think of anything. Yes, everybody done. Okay. Anybody got any good things they can think of that I can ask for everybody? The time management thingy, what about it? Focus on career or love. We'll do love. I just picked up the love cards. These are John von Prague, I think is his name. We'll do love. We'll see. Focus on career or love. We'll see if we can find where you need to add more love in your life. Let's do that. Healing techniques. Tell me more about healing techniques, Laura. But everybody type in the word love, and I'll pull a card, and this is where you need to focus more love at. Could be yourself, could be other people, could be situations in your life. This will be where you need to focus more love at in your life. All right. Woo! What is that love deck called? It's The Power of Love. By the, I don't know what I did with the box now. Oh, here it is. The Power of Love by James von Prague. There it is. All right. So let's see what we got going in the love. Prioritizing our energy. All right, hang on a second. Chantel, you're first. So this is where you need to focus your love for, I don't know, maybe the whole year. I'll let you decide that. If that's a right now thing or if that's a forever. Self-love. Self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Well, there you have it. Years ago, when I finally, like in my early 30s, when I was like, I think I'm ready to settle down and meet somebody, and I was joking, said, I felt like I had a big red stamp on my forehead that said I was looking for a man, and they could all see it, and they were all running. And everyone was always like, you have to love yourself first before you can love another. And I was like, that's all fine and dandy. How the fuck do you do that? So then I spent the next 20 years trying to figure out how to do that. So yes, that self-love is very, very important. But I'll tell you what, as a light worker or an earth angel or whatever kind of worker we are, I think that's what we come in is not, I mean, we feel it and then it gets taken away and then we have to find our way back to that. And it's that journey of finding our way back to that self-love that puts us on course and then kind of puts us in a way, kind of puts us in our purpose. I don't know. Does anybody agree or disagree with that? Okay, let's see. Gemini Moons, you're up. Let's see what you need to focus on in the love department. Joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. That was Gemini Moons. All right, High Priestess. Let's see what yours says. High Priestess. Harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. Eshel, let's see what love message you get. Where do you live, Eshel? Are you here in the States? Oh, you got too many. I thought I'll do 2, but that was way too many. Let's try that again. If it's meant to come out, it will. Okay, I want that one. Eshel, commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. All right, that was Eshel. What is that love deck called? We already talked about what we need to heal the most. Okay. Chantel, this is your love card. Hey, Sarah. Chantel. Action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. I'm not sure what that means, but maybe you will. All right, that was Chantel. Sarah F. You got willingness. You are able to compromise in the end result, if the end result is love. Willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. That's Sarah. Positive for life. Let's see what you got. What's your love message? You got 2. All right. Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love and unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. Angela. All right, let's see. Angela. Compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. Laura. Let's see what Laura gets. You got compassion too. Compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. Pirouette. Let's see what yours is. Oops. Pirouette. You got 2 cards. Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. And willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. I'm like, I love these cards. I love the colors. I like, you guys know I like colors. I mean, look at the top I have on. Look at that thing in the background. I'm like, that was one of the things I was drawn to with these, were all of the pretty colors of these cards. All right, that was Pirouette. Positive for life. Oh, that's a thanks. Never mind. I did it twice. Sorry. He's one of my favorite. Oh, yes. Fill your cup so it overfloweth. Just don't tell me to. We're going to get you to love singing and dancing one of these days. And then you're going to tell us all about it. You're going to something's going to happen. I'm telling you. And it's making my nose itch. So that's a message from the above. Remember, I can help with that, High Priestess. Okay, you can help me with that, Harmony. Eshell, New Jersey. Okay, cool. Chantel. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I think I got everybody. So I think somebody said something about blocks that needed to be cleared or anything else that we needed to clear out. Okay, so full moons are about releasing. So let's see what you guys individually will have coming up for release for the full moon. Does that make sense? So I guess type in the word release. And these are my... Oh, something is going to happen. Watch your feet and ears. That reminds me, remember my boyfriend cards that I was talking about back in October? Well, I hit the go button and they are printed, and I got a message yesterday that they are on their way to me. So next Sunday, if they show up in the middle of the week, I can use those again. And I'll have them besides on a white piece of white cardboard with my own handwriting, and they look kind of cool, I think. So, all right, Gemini moons, you're first. So this is something that's coming up. Well, that was quick, for release for you on the full moon on Friday. So it could be coming up now. It could come up after. It could come up on that day. It's hard to say. Completion. Oh, that's good. So something is coming to completion for you. You might know what it is right now. So some sort of a cycle is coming, an ending, some sort of ending. And if I look at the card, okay, I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to say it might be the end of a grieving process. Are you grieving about something? Grieving about a loss or something? And you might be putting that to an end based on that picture on that card. Okay, that was Gemini moon, so positive for life. Let's see what your release card is. You got completion too. Well, that was weird. All right. So there's something coming to completion for a lot of us, it looks like. Eshell, let's see what your card is. Prayer. Okay, so what I'm getting is you've been praying for something. It's coming to completion, so you're not going to have to continue praying for that thing because it's coming. It's coming. So whatever you've been praying for is coming during this full moon. So your completion is whatever you're praying for. Does that make sense? Okay, that was... God, man, I just got myself lost. I think that was Eshell. Chantel is next. Yes, yeah, that's right, because the first two were the same cards. All right, so this one is Chantel. Isolation. So have you been in isolation lately? And if you have, it appears that you're coming to an end of isolation, or wanting to isolate yourself, or feeling isolated. Take that however that resonates. High Priestess. All right, let's see what your release is, what you're going to be releasing at the full moon. Guilt. So what are you feeling guilty about? Whatever it is, it's going to be gone. That was High Priestess. Okay, Pirouette is next. Let's see what Pirouette is going to be releasing. Gossip. I looked this up in the book one time, and what it said was not necessarily like you gossiping, but it was other people thinking something about you that was not true. So that could be coming to a completion too. If somebody has had a different perception of you that maybe was incorrect, that's going to be coming to change. So they're going to be seeing you in a different light, if that makes sense. Okay, that was Pirouette. Yes, great. Spot on. Oh, good. I like spot on. Last week, I was getting duplicates of a lot of stuff, and that was crazy. Release. All right, Laura H. Let's see what you are going to be releasing. Vanity. So to me, vanity is ego, also perhaps like a mask, not letting people see the real you. So being your authentic self, you're going to be more able to be your authentic self, is what it sounds like. Very weird. A lot of synchronicity with the cards today. Good. I love hearing that. All right, Sarah, let's see what you are going to be releasing for the full moon coming up. You got 2. Okay, so you're going to be changing a perception of something that you have been thinking about, and you're going to be releasing maybe some low self-worth stuff. So something could perhaps come about that's just going to make you think better of yourself, which is good because we are all of the same value. We just don't see ourselves in that way. I think that, again, is part of what we come into this world to learn. Heck, okay, yes, you're welcome. Good. Yes, thanks. I've been in hermit mode, okay? Thank you. I think that I had guilt last week, too. Not sure what that is, except maybe deeper meaning about working on my spirituality over other things, or not working on it as much as I should be. Release. Okay, remind me, I start next with Patricia, but I have a story to tell you. I was reading, this will make any of you feel better, I think, I hope. I gotta take my glasses off to think. Kyle Cease has a book I was reading called The Illusion of Money. And in that book, he was talking about, he's a comedian. So halfway through the book, a lot of the stuff he talked about, he was always throwing in funny stuff, which I could have lived without the funny stuff. But this particular part where he was talking about there's 3 Helens. Pretend there are 3 Helens. They are roughly about the same age. There's a lot of similarities between the 3 Helens. All three Helens end up like winning the lottery, and they all get $1 million given to them. Helen number one goes out and basically spends a year blowing all of her money. So she is no farther along at the end of the year because she was trying to use outside forces to make her feel better. So she did nothing to help herself. And at the end of the year, she was as broke as she started at the beginning of the year. Helen number two decided that she was going to invest her money so she could have more of a safety net at the end of the year. And that's what she did with her $1 million. And Helen number three took off a year from work, traveled the world, and worked on herself, like in her spiritual growth. So Helen number one was no farther along at the end of the year than she was when she started. Helen number two maybe had a little bit more money at the year, but bottom line was if the market tanked and the money disappeared, which eventually it could happen, she was truly no farther along than she was when she started either. And Helen number three, who took a year off and worked on her insides and her spiritual growth and all of that, was always going to be farther ahead because regardless of if the money disappeared and all of the things that maybe she could have accumulated, she had inner strength that she had grown over that year, and that was much more valuable than the possessions. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that's basically what I just did in the last year and a half. Was after my dad died and left me that hunk of money that I didn't know, I took off of work, worked on some of my passion pet projects, started this YouTube channel, but basically spent a year and a half clearing all of the old garbage out of me, the old programming, lots of crying, lots of healing and everything. And I feel like I kind of got pushed out into 2020, a whole new person with a whole new way of thinking. And the meditating every morning and knowing, and this is something that I have noticed in the last couple of weeks, and maybe this will make sense and maybe it won't, but it feels like my insides now have a stronger influence than my outside does. And in the past, like having a flat tire or anything that would happen on my exterior would affect me so bad. And now I feel like I'm so much stronger because I feel like my inside is really strong and grounded, and I know who I am, and I know where I'm going, and I know who I'm listening to, and I know who I'm not listening to. That taking a year off and working on your spiritual growth, I can guarantee you, will be the best thing that you ever do. And I do realize that it's hard to do when you are working full time, because for years, I was working 2 and 3 jobs. It's hard to really let yourself go and have those meltdowns when you've got to keep your shit together because you got clients to meet with and you got to work all the time. And so I guess what I'm preaching at is, if you have the time to take the day off and feel bad or cry and release and get rid of that garbage that affects your vibrations, do it. I mean, that's really super, super important. I mean, I can see now, while I was going through all of that, it was really painful. But now when I look at where I'm at now, I'm kind of going, oh my God, I am so much farther along now where I'm at now than where I was even January of last year. Because last year in January, I was freaking out about money, and I had way more money in the bank in January than I do now. But I was like, it's going to go away. It's going to go away. What am I going to do if it goes away? And now it's it doesn't matter if it goes away, because I know that I am listening to the universe, and I am letting them guide me and introduce me to the people that I need to have in my life. And I am not I'll say this week, I'm not worried about what's going to happen and where I'm going and stressing out about anything, because they have shown me magically and miraculously how they operate, because I finally decided to ask for help. Long story short, that wasn't a very short story, but all right, Patricia, now you can oh, and Jamizi, sorry. Yes, I am a different person to the person I was even a year ago. I need to allow myself more spiritual time too. Yeah. I think we feel guilty. Old programming teaches us that if we're not doing something all the time, that we're a loser, and that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. But you can't grow spiritually if you're like over busy and you're just on the go constantly. So that's part of that releasing from the old programming, is the go, go, go mentality. And you got to do to be successful. And, trying to compete with everybody on social media. Well, so-and-so does this, and this, and this, and they're very successful. So that means I've got to be doing all of that. I was like running myself ragged, trying to figure something out over the last year. And I finally just like gave up. I'm like I'm exhausted thinking about it. And I'm like, I'm done. All right, Patricia. Let's see. Mysticism. This is something you're going to release. Okay. It was like it came in. Mysticism. It feels like you're going to release some powers into the world. Like you maybe have some powers that you've been holding on to. Perhaps you are a medium. Or you have some abilities that you have not let everybody in the world know about, and it feels like maybe you're going to release out into the world kind of that message of, hey, guess what I do? Or, yeah, man, I've been able to do that since I was 14. And you're going to start opening up to your authentic abilities. Ooh, that's nice. I like that one. Something to, let's see. Yes. All right. Spiritualist K777. Let's see what you're going to release. Doing. Perception. So you're going to have a perception shift. So something that's maybe been bogging you down for a while and you're like thinking that's negative, you're going to have a perception shift, and it's not going to be negative anymore. Okay, so we got spiritualist. Okay, Jamizi, let's see what yours is. You got prayer too. So that means to me that's something that you have been praying for, asking for help, asking for assistance for. They're going to bring it to you. It's going to finally show up, and you're not going to have to pray for that all the time anymore. So if it's money or like a health issue or a job or whatever, that's finally going to come in as something tangible. Good. Yeah. You guys got to keep me on my toes, because y'all know I get off on a tangent sometimes, and when I get off on a tangent, then I forget who's up next. I got to do one for me. All right, let's see. What am I going to release here during the full moon? All right, well, that was quick. Growth. Well, I don't want to stop growing, so what am I going to, maybe what that means is I'm going to stop intentionally feeling like I need to grow. And just relax for a little bit. I think maybe that's what it is, because I could feel that I was growing, because I was going through growing pains a lot in the last year and a half. And now it's like, I feel like I'm kind of like, I want to relax into this energy, into this new person that I have become, into what I've grown into, and just kind of, stop. Like a stalk of corn. A stalk of corn grows up and then it stops because it stopped growing. I'm not saying that I'm going to stop growing forever, but it's just kind of like I'm going to just kind of ease into whatever I've learned, and I don't know. Hard telling. Go with the flow. Yeah, exactly. Release things that keep you from growing. Good. Yeah, that's good. That's a possibility. Release things that keep me from growing. So that means that would mean like I'm going to stop resisting. And I try to do that. When I find myself resisting things, then it's usually a case of why am I resisting this? Is it fear or what is it that's pulling me down and what's resisting me? What am I afraid of? And I'm good at psychoanalyzing myself when I'm doing meditation, and I can go in and ask myself questions and figure everything out, and whew. All right. It's 8:05. Let's do one more. Let's do my vibration cards. One, I'm losing my voice. I was on the phone last night for like 3 hours with a couple of girlfriends, catching up with them. Then I talked to Angela today on the phone, and I talked to somebody about dog sitting next week. And so my voice is like going away. Yes, type in the word vibrations. Chantel's got the ticket. So this will be something over the next week to keep your eye on that will help raise your vibrations, or the lack of it might be lowering your vibrations. Take that however that resonates. Boing. Okay, this is Chantel's. Nature. You are being told to get out into nature. I would have gotten out into nature today, but I was busy cooking. I made unrolled cabbage soup, and I made citrus quinoa salad. So I was running to the grocery store and cooking all day, most of the day, or on the phone. So I'm like, ugh. Okay. I'm talking, and I'm like, Jameezy. All right, this is Jameezy's. Get myself sidetracked again. Truth, Jameezy. All right. So maybe somebody needs to speak their truth to you, or you need to speak your truth to somebody else. But something about truth is going to be coming up as something that is going to make you feel better. So think about how something hidden needs to come out. All right, that was Jameezy. All right, D, High Priestess. This is yours. Let's see what your whoops. That's too many. Yep, there's yours. Declutter. Somebody got decluttered last week. Oh. Did I tell you about the angel pictures I found last week? I'll tell that story because not everybody was here. Okay, so here's how that magical stuff that I started talking about was cropping up. Last Sunday morning was when I kind of got the message that I needed to start studying the archangels and bringing them in and asking for their help. So I started, and I was also like, I need to bring in fresh energy, and I saged, and I did a bunch of stuff in the apartment last Sunday. And I was going through some old pictures. I have a bunch of family pictures, and it's pictures of plants and animals and people that I don't even know. And I'm like, I don't need to take all of that stuff with me. Some of that needs to go in the trash. And when I was in that picture box, I found a bunch of pictures from probably 20 years ago where I went to St. Louis and it was a real estate class. It might have been a GRI class or something. I don't even remember what it was, but it was at a monastery. And I found 5 pictures of statues of angels last Sunday after I had already been instructed to start working with the angels. And I was not searching for those because I didn't even know I had them. So now I have them like on the cabinet and on the refrigerator and kind of located around the house. So that was like one of the first magical things that happened after they were like, I think you need to start like checking into the archangels. So, all right. D. I think I did D. Hopefully I didn't like get myself off. Okay. Pirouette. Let's do yours. What can you do to raise your vibrations for the week? Whoa. Let's take that one. Excitement. And we want good excitement. Like, I don't know. What kind of things, like the magic stuff. I guess I'm going to just say, ask the universe to send you something fun. Because that, to me, is one of the best ways to raise your vibrations is when they start sending that magical, synchronistic, oh my God, there's no other way this came in other than my guides had something to do with it or whatever. That is some of the coolest stuff. And I hadn't been having any of that for a while. And I've seen several things of that over the week. And it has like supercharged my vibrations over the week. So I'm like, I highly recommend it. It's 1:11:11 was when I looked at the clock. So yes, I'm going to suggest that. Ask the universe to send you some good excitement. Positive for life. Let's see. Okay, there's yours. Authenticity. So if there's any time during the week where you feel like you might be holding back because you're not sure how someone is going to react if you like tell your truth or you show who your real you is, and maybe hold, kind of put a lid on it. It looks to me like they're saying, don't do that. Do not put a lid on it next week. All right, that was positive for life. So let's see what Sarah says. Sarah, you haven't been on here since I got my vibration cards, have you? The ones that I made? Okay, so let's see what Sarah says. Music. Now, to me, this makes me think that you could be getting some messages in music. So keep an eye out. If you like if you wake up in the morning and you've got a song playing in your head, or you hear like the same song, you just keep hearing the same song over and over and over again, listen to the words or look up the lyrics because there's probably a message in that they're trying to get to you, because that's one of the ways that they talk to you, is they send messages through music. Y'all have heard my pink story, haven't you, in the teddy bear video? If you haven't, let me know and I will tell you that story. It's pretty freaking awesome. Spiritualist K777. Vibrations. Fun. Spiritualist, you need to have some fun. Sometimes you have to schedule that in. So if you've got friends that you enjoy spending time with, I feel like I'm hearing like go to the park, or like, I don't know where you live and if it's warm where you live, or if you're here in the States, it's probably not. But make plans to meet like some friends at a park for a picnic, or take your dogs for a walk with a group of people just to have some fun. Whatever you call fun. Everybody has a different variation of fun. All right. That was spiritualist. Gemini Moons, you're next. Understanding. That makes me think that someone is going to trigger you this week. And so when you feel that coming up inside, don't take it personally and try to understand their point of view or where they're coming from, because it feels like it's going to be like two like magnets, the opposites like hitting each other and kind of repelling. So there's a possibility of maybe somebody that's going to like You're going to want to punch them out. Not necessarily, but they could trigger you. Let's see. That was Gemini moons. All right, Chantel, that says again. I'm not sure what that means. Ishel, let's see what your vibrations are. Something that you can do this week to raise your vibrations. Oh, fresh air. Never hurts anybody. Especially in the winter. Ishel. Laura H. All right. Okay. Abundance. I'm going to say in this case, the gratitude for abundance, or recognizing your abundance that you already have. So if you're having a problem seeing things on the negative, flip it around and start thinking about, I am so lucky I have food in my refrigerator. I am so lucky I have heat. I am so lucky I have a roof over my head, and recognize the abundance that you currently have. Because that's one of the things that I noticed is the universe will not give you more of things that you are not grateful for, because if you're not grateful for it now, they're not going to give you any more. All right, that was Laura H. Good. Wow. Okay. I need to get out of isolation and into nature. Okay. I still hadn't it yet. Any suggestions, guys? I'll take excitement. Come on, universe. It used to happen to me all the time. Well, if it used to happen all the time, then you know how you've done it before. So maybe that's what you need to work on, is manifesting some of that excitement magic from the universe. Okay, thanks. I will speak my truth. Good. Tell us. Oh, about okay. All right, let me finish this up. Want to hear the pink story? I haven't heard the pink story. Oh, you haven't heard the pink story. Okay. Yeah, I've been working like crazy with my job. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. So here's the pink story. This is how the universe works. This is like the most awesome story in the world. Okay. So this was back in April of last year. So this is, I'm put my glasses back on. I can see. So this was back when my divine masculine and I were not communicating much, but it was like the day after his birthday, and I had sent him a little video for his birthday. And that was kind of the extent of it. He said thanks, and that was kind of it. And so his birthday was on a Tuesday, and then on a Wednesday, I was like in my apartment, and it was feeling like he was like, like it was like his energy was tugging at me, and I was just like, oh my God, what do you want? And so I finally sat down on the couch and I did a meditation and went up and talked to him. And in this meditation, it was long and involved, and we went to a cabin and we had a little rendezvous, and it was just a good meditation. We'll just leave it at that. So at the end of this meditation, I'm still, kind of deep in meditation, and I go, all right, how do I know this is real and I'm not just making this shit up? And he goes, look for a teddy bear. And I'm like, a teddy bear? I'm like, for how long? Because I don't want to be looking for a teddy bear for a week. And he goes, next 24 to 48 hours. And I'm like, okay. And I just kind of left it at that. And I came out of meditation, and I was sitting on the couch, and it's in the evening, 7 or 8 in the evening or something like that. And I don't know if I was reading or if I was watching a book, but all of a sudden I recognized that I have a song playing in my head, and it's been playing in the background in my head for a little while, but it was like they turned up the volume. It was like, where I couldn't ignore it any longer. And it was that song that Pink has called Fucking Perfect. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da. You have to look up the song if you need to know. And I was like, what? And I had learned that when I would get songs playing in my head like that, or when I would wake up in the mornings with songs, I needed to look up the lyrics because there was some sort of message there that I needed to see. So I get on my phone and I look up the lyrics to the song, that fucking perfect song. And I was kind of like, okay, fine, you think I'm fucking perfect. So what's your point? And I keep going and I pull up one video and it doesn't, I'm like, I'm not getting anything from that. And I pull up the next video and it's like her official video for that song. And I pull up that video and within the first 20 seconds, there's a teddy bear. And I was like, oh my God. All the way through that whole video, you see, and my hair standing on end talking about it. All the way through that whole video, there's a teddy bear that plays a role. It starts as like when she's a kid, and then it shows her as an adult, and this teddy bear has like followed her all the way through life. Hey, Gigi. And so that was an example of how the universe like gets your attention with songs and music and videos. And like I said, I started getting smart when I would do these meditations, and I would be like, all right, how in the world do I know if this is true or if I'm just making this up? And they would tell me in the meditation something to look for as verification. And that pink video was my verification because it had a teddy bear all the way through it. So when he was over here in the summer and I was telling him about that, and I pulled up that video and I shoved it in his face and I showed it to him, and he was kind of like, wow. So it was, I was just like, and that's the kind of stuff, when those things were happening, my vibrations were super high. When they were, when I had those synchronistic things happening, and it's like, I think when that kind of stuff kind of disappeared, yeah, when that stuff disappears, you get this like hopelessness feeling, like you feel like they've kind of forgotten about you. And this week, I feel like they have definitely not forgotten about me, because they just keep proving over and over by these like little synchronistic things. You know, the pictures and the gal that came into work and the elf that was talking and all the weird things that were going on, good weird things that were going on. So, all right, Gigi, let's see. I need to pull you a vibration card. And you know what, I'm about ready to close things down because I'm kind of losing my voice here. So let's see what you need to do, and then I need to pull a card for me. Gigi, and you got the authenticity card too. So if you didn't hear that lecture I just did, was if you run into a situation where you feel like you want to tap down on your truth, don't, because you may run into a situation where you feel like you can't speak it, and they're saying don't. Be authentic. Be truthful about who you are, why you do what you do. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay, really nice. They're always there. Yes. Okay. I have lots of stories like that. Maybe next week, if you remind me of the video, or talking about like the dream that my deceased father came in, and then the whole thing that happened after that. If anybody remembers it, I won't tell it now. I'll try to spread out my crazy ass stories. Although I have some of them written in a book that I'm working on, but I don't know if I'm ever going to get that thing finished or not. Okay, so this one is mine. I need to make play dates. I already have one girl that's like, well, I was trying to do that, trying to make some play dates. My friend was like, what day are you off next week? And I'm like, Thursday. So I have been working a lot lately, so I do need to make some play dates. So I will take that into consideration. All right. So I think we're going to call our quits for here. I'm going to say Happy New Year, everybody. And we'll see if anything. Oh my God, my nose itches again. Whoa. See if anything major happens for this full moon eclipse coming up on Friday. I don't know, for some reason I'm looking forward to it. You know what? There just can't be anything that is going to knock me off kilter right now that I can see, because I am gaining momentum and gaining strength and feeling much more powerful than I was there for a while. So, as they say, weebles wobble, but you can't keep them down. So anyway, all right. I think I will definitely be here next Sunday. The 2 weeks from tonight, I may not be here because I'm dog sitting. And that's the place that has the bird. So there's a bird and a cat and a dog, and I don't know whether I'll do it there. I might take my cards with me. We'll see. We'll just see how things go. I know I will not be at home for that, but I will. Yeah, that's all right. We didn't do a whole lot of exciting stuff tonight, but I picked a weird day for my son to get some dental work done. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Happy New Year. And we'll wrap this up and see what happens later. Happy New Year, everyone. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Amen. Wow, we will swabble you like way back. Thank you so much. All right. Talk to you everybody later. Bye.